Welcome to Fresh Air is Overrated, the weekly source for anything gaming with Wild Matt and Curbs. Begins in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yo, what's going on? Fresh Air is Overrated. It's episode number 186. And after last week's show that contained barely any news, this last weekend just exploded with news, and we have a lot of stuff to talk about. The new releases, that's the first thing we start off with. It's going to happen really soon after this little intro here. It's December 10th if you're listening to this on our MP3 podcast or the video podcast on iTunes, Z. They're both on there, so go check that out. If you wanted to go check out any of our other shows, because they're all up there. Well, not the video. The audio one, though, it's all there. The audio one, they're all there. Number 0 to 186, and everything in between. All right, so I'm Wild Matt. Megascorcher.com is the website to go check out other podcasts on the network, such as Removed from Play, which is a show hosted by Mac 19PM and his friends. That happens yesterday, or on Tuesday, at 7 p.m., same time. And yes, you're the only one here, Blue Gamer. That's all right. This is on YouTube as well, if you want to go check it out, as we got a bunch of videos there. And our Twitter posts everything. It's at Megascorcher TV. So it posts everything from the blog to the YouTube to, hey, and then Mac 19 p.m. popped up right when I was talking about the network and all that good stuff. And I'll also take calls later if you want to call in. So let's go on to new releases, because there's not that much stuff this week. So let's get this out of the way. Scourge Outbreak. It's a PS3 title that's on the network. I don't know. Get it if you want it. I'm not sure what that is. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy on the 3DS eShop. So now you can get it digitally. And then probably the release of the week is Lara Croft and the Temple of Osiris. Yes, that's what it is. PS3, Xbox One, and PC. It's on everything if you want to play that thing. Fly Hunter Origins is on the Vita. If you want, that's also digital. Tennis in the Face is on the PS4 this week as a digital download as well. That came out on the PC, and I don't know if it came out on anything else. It's ridiculous. It's kind of like Angry Birds, but you're a dude hitting a tennis ball, and bam, right in the face. That's the point of it. It looks ridiculous. Foreshadowing some of the news coming up. Suikoden. That's what. Yep. PS1 classic. As you can see, I've played this game a lot because I know how to pronounce that name like a pro. That's a PS3 network game as well. If you want to download that. Boss for the PS Vita is out as well. These are all pretty much crap games. And then look at this. This is all out on Steam right now, I believe. Okay, so you can get Final Fantasy 13-2, old game. You could get Blaze Blue Continuum Shift Extend for the PC. That's on Steam as well. And then the King of Fighters 98 Ultimate Match Final Edition for the PC. Weird. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I could shave. I could do a bunch of stuff, but I don't know. Then I shave, and then this looks all weird. I'm talking to the chat room. You can interact within the chat room. That's crazy if you're live. And then we'll take calls. Actually, I'll just take them whenever you want. So I'm logged into as Wild Matt right now on Skype. So call in if you want to at any time, because there's a lot of news, and we'll take calls whenever you want. So if there's something you want to talk that happened this week, just call in, and then we'll just fast forward or go back to some news. Because that's what we're going to talk about right after the games I've been playing this week. Not too much, to be honest. I played some Fez. Played Battlefield 4 Final Stand finally. I finally was able to download it over the weekend, because that's a huge ass download, and I can't do it here. Gotta go to my friends and use his fancy internets. Can't do it here. It's crazy. I'm surprised I can even do the show right now, because it's a big ass snowstorm outside, but I'm not using a lot of internets to shoot this out right now, so it's all good live anyways. And then I'll go hey, I'm not Mac 19 PM. I'm Wild Matt. I don't know if you're talking about him in the chat room, but hey, I don't know. Accusing somebody of being gay is not good. Not a good thing. All right. Let's go on to the news of the week. Yes, who's a girl? Sure. So, two things happened over the weekend that just meant explosion of news this week, such as the Game Awards. So, Hideo Kojima, he came off pretty much right off the bat and showed off Metal Gear Online. It looks like other Metal Gear Online experiences. So I don't know about that, but hey, Metal Gear Solid 5, that looks awesome. I'll play the single player on that, but I don't know about the multiplayer. But here's the interesting news that came out of. Well, Kiefer Sutherland was there, I guess, and he said like video games, they come so far in so little time, and he kept saying "you people," like like us gamers, we're different than everybody else. Watch out, Kiefer. Video gamers, they're gonna invade the world. Like he kept saying "you people." All right. And so here's the news that came out though. Fans discovered that he was wearing a shirt, and he's been doing a lot of stuff in Swedish lately, and it said 22/6 spelt out in Swedish. So a lot of people thought that meant the release date was June 22nd of next year. So hey, maybe he's been doing a lot of stuff like that. So who knows? It's probably true. So No Man's Sky is another thing that they showed off. I think that they're not doing a lot of stuff, except just showing off the flying, and then they get out, and then it's like, hey, there's stuff on the planet, and they're not really showing anything about the actual game. That's all they're showing. So everything, you're gonna have to fill it out in your mind, and I don't know if the expectations can reach whatever is in your mind. But hey, if it's just exploring and finding planets, and then going like, hey, my name's on this planet, I'm all right with that, but we'll see. Because a lot of the stuff that they showed off at the very beginning, you can shoot people. You can shoot people in this game. So I don't know why they haven't been showing stuff like that, but we'll see. I have no idea what to expect about that game, except that you can fly and get out of it. I don't really know. That's about it. That's all I can tell you about that game, and that's all we really know is that you can fly forever, pretty much. It seems like that. All right. King's Quest. First time footage, or was that first time footage? I'm pretty sure, right? That was one of the reveals of the night. It looks like King's Quest. I played King's Quest 5, I think was the first one I played. It was on CD-ROM when we called it like that. Now it's just like, you could call everything a ROM, but not anymore. But hey, King's Quest looks okay. I don't know. That was alright. Human Element, they showed off, which is a game by Robotoki, which is Robert Bowling's joint, which he's formerly from Infinity Ward. I don't know, he was just like a community manager dude at Community Ward. Now he's like a lead on a whole studio, which is, hey, alright, that's cool. That's, you want to step up, but I don't know. The game looks pretty generic. It looks like Team Fortress 2 with zombies. Was that what it was? Kind of like, I guess. Anyways, the first time that he announced it was a free to play, and now it's not free to play anymore. So, and they even switched developers. I don't know who's developing this exactly anymore. I guess maybe they showed it there, but it's on PC, PS4, and Xbox One. So I guess it's not Sony or Microsoft. So I don't know. Looks okay. And then they showed off a new Zelda. The new Zelda, whatever it's called. I don't even think they called it anything yet. But hey, it looked like Zelda. There's a big ass map now. So there you go. That was at TGA's. I guess they showed off Star Fox for like 2 seconds. That's coming out next year apparently. But yeah, I don't know. It was a bunch of Nintendo fan service with Reggie there. He was there like 3-4 times in the whole night, which was alright. I don't mind, but it would have been cool to get it equal. But hey, there was a bunch of stuff that happened the next day, but we'll talk about that right after we actually discuss the winners of this thing. Jeebus, the winners. All right, so call in at any point if you want. It's on Skype. Wild Matt, MATT, one word. All right, Game of the year. Let's just bust it out right off the bat. Dragon Age Inquisition, which was an interesting choice because the game just came out, and hey, I didn't play it, so I can't really comment. But hey, it just came out, and I guess it was just fresh in everybody's mind, and it's like, hey, let's just give it to this. I don't know if anything was that amazing this year. Like a lot of people could make an argument for a lot of other games other than Dragon Age, which hey, there wasn't one standout game this year really. Best performance went to Trey Parker, which you know, if you don't know him, South Park, he does all the voices, almost all the voices, almost. He even does female voices occasionally. So the Stick of Truth, he did all the voices in that too. And he came up and he's like, video games are awesome because video games is the only place where you can play, where Trey Parker can beat out what's his name, Ace of Hello May.
Hi.
Sorry, that's why I got distracted there by answering your call. What's that dude in the Call of Duty game again? His real name, the actor's name. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Kiefer Sutherland?
No, that's
Spacey?
yes, Kevin Spacey. I was gonna say Kevin something, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
So what's up?
Nothing. Just playing a bunch of Destiny since the DLC came out.
Mm-hmm. Would you have Destiny as your game of the year?
Nah, I mean, I love it, but for reasons of like, for separate reasons, not because it's like the best game in the universe. I don't know what I would have for game of the year. Peggle Blast on iOS.
Okay, because it's fresh in your mind.
Yeah, seriously.
Sure.
What did you talk about your game of the year?
Huh? No, I don't really have one because I didn't really play all that much this year.
Advanced Warfare is probably FPS of the year, maybe.
I guess I could put that up there. It changed Call of Duty.
For sure.
there is that.
Sledgehammer did a really good job. Are they doing the next one? Do you know? Or is it going
No, because they have 3 studios working on the Call of Duty franchise now, right?
So Sledgehammer, Infinity Ward, and Treyarch?
Yeah, Treyarch has to be the lead still, right?
Yeah, they are the lead.
Imagine if they release a game that doesn't have that.
What do you mean? That
Like, doesn't have all that movement stuff.
Oh, yeah, that would feel weird. Like, I went back to playing Battlefield 4, and I love Battlefield 4. You know, that was like one of my favorite games.
Yeah.
Or rather, well, 3 and then 4. I mean, 4 and then 3. Wait, you know, which one we're on. Oops.
Oh, jeez.
But I don't know. My apologies. I don't know if I could play a game without the exo dodging and strafing. I probably could.
No, because I played the classic. Have you played the classic stuff online?
And no, that's the only mode that I haven't played.
It's terrible.
Oh.
It's terrible
maybe
to go
that could
back
be-
to it.
Oh, okay. But okay, so you went back to
Yeah.
crap. Sorry.
Just turn it on vibrate.
I will.
God.
You went back to you went back to Battlefield after playing Call of Duty, right? How did
Yeah,
that feel?
yeah.
Yeah.
Battlefield's all right, but Battlefield's different because there's all the vehicles and stuff, so you can get to places pretty fast.
Right.
You can fly a jet in that game. I don't know if you know that.
Yes, I
Yeah.
do know that you can
Mhm.
fly a jet. You can fly a jet and helicopter and
They kind of control like regular planes, but you know.
yeah.
But Destiny did win some stuff. It won Best Online Experience.
Yeah. Why? Did they elaborate on why?
No, they didn't
I
really.
get why.
They didn't really elaborate on any reasons. It's just like here, it's like an award
Best
show.
online
And then it
suppose.
also won Best Score.
I mean, wouldn't people talk about that? Why would you think it would give it best online experience?
I don't know. The online is all right in that game. It's like the
Yeah.
only thing in it.
I suppose it's true. Matchmaking isn't broken, unlike on like let's say Call of Duty, where if you're playing Search and Destroy, you'll be joined on like a 3v9 team, which is kind of ridiculous.
Sometimes it does that. It's weird.
Yeah. But I don't know. I think Destiny probably would be more enjoyable with more people. I guess they're just kind of fine tuning that, but you would think that Bungie would have known all of that
Well,
stuff.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know if they
to-
could do it right now. Like, maybe that's what's holding him back is just the technology. I don't know, because 3 people. It seems like you could have more people than that, right?
Yeah, but you know Bungie and their obsession with the number 3 and 7. Actually, well, 3, which is weird.
But then Destiny 2 could have 6,
6, but
because you multiply it by 2.
oh, well, couldn't it be like 6 plus 1 would be like you have a Wii U, so that person with the Wii U is controlling everything and it's telling people what to do.
So,
Yep.
hey, they gave out an award. It was called Trending Gamer.
Trending
And-
gamer.
Jeff
It's-
Gersman was nominated.
Why is he trending?
I-
Well,
I-
I guess that would make
I don't
sense.
know.
But he's kind of in the industry, no?
Yeah,
Does
but
that make
it's funny because they showed the video of him. It was the video when they went on the roller coaster playing 3DS.
yeah.
It was funny, but Total Biscuit won it. Woo! Trending
Oh,
Gamer.
Total Biscuit, that guy.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So he is. I would consider him trending.
So more Bungie love, I guess. Martin O'Donnell, even though he's not there anymore, he won a composition award. So he can write music well. We already knew that.
Yeah.
We already knew that.
Yeah,
Though.
for sure.
He's
Well,
all
I
right.
think a lot of people were kind of worried because the other guy left, and they're like, "Oh no, I'm not gonna play." Oh wait, was that for Halo?
No, that was for Destiny.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
He
They're like,
but he
Oh no, music's gonna be horrible.
he got fired right after that anyway. So all of his stuff was in Destiny anyways.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, best mobile game went to Hearthstone. Yeah.
That's a mobile game.
Yeah, it's on iPad and iPhone.
Oh really? I
Mm-hmm.
that makes sense, but like I had no idea.
It's on everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rock on.
All right. Best fighting game, Smash Bros. Wii U. I don't know what else came out this year except that, to be honest. So, sure.
That's it.
Sure. give it to
Skullgirls
Smash
came
Bros.
on.
What?
Something.
Sorry. What else?
Skullgirls came on PC, I think, this year.
But that's an old game though.
I guess.
Yeah. I don't
I'm
know.
just trying
Sure.
to think of games that would have came out this year.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else. Industry Icon, which was Roberta and Ken Williams. Those are the Sierra people that sold it for a lot of money to Activision when they left. So yay, they pretty much were responsible for like the whole adventure genre of gaming. Do you like that whole scene?
Yeah.
I
not
don't know.
bad.
I'm in and out because I used to like it before, and then I liked it when Walking Dead and other stuff came out from those guys. But I dropped off. I didn't even play the second season. I didn't even think of it.
I did not.
Yeah.
I didn't play the second season either.
Did you
I
even
think it
fin-
was pretty.
Did you finish the first
I didn't
season?
even finish the first season. I
Yeah.
didn't even finish the first season of The Walking Dead.
The first
but-
season's pretty good.
I think that's because I don't know. I guess I lost interest.
Yeah. Can I spoil it?
Not because I was waiting. You have to choose if somebody dies.
Well, what do you mean somebody?
Somebody.
Well, you die.
Oh, dang
Yeah.
it! I don't want to die.
Well, so that's
Oh.
the thing that kind of made me go like, well, it's kind of done. I don't really need to play the second season.
You kind of like. Well, I mean, isn't that kind of sort of? Wasn't that kind of expected, anyways?
Like my job is
Because
done.
It's
I'm
The Walking Dead.
yeah,
The Walking
I guess.
Dead, you just have to expect that people will die, and
Well,
it's the people that you love the most, which is the character that you played.
It was either the little girl or you, I guess, right?
Yeah.
And who would you rather let go? It's like, I'll die. It's all good. I'm already turning
Well-
into a zombie.
But yeah, I just called to say hi, and
Okay.
yes, Destiny is not my game of the year,
But what
but
is? Is
it's
it
really
Call
fun
of
to play.
Duty?
Yeah, I'll say Call of Duty for now. It's my
All right.
year.
All
Yeah.
right. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Bye.
Thanks for taking my call.
No problem. See
Bye.
ya. All right. So that was TechCore calling in. All right. Nintendo One Developer of the Year. Sure. You could have given that to anybody this year too. But Nintendo's alright. They did a lot of stuff. Mario Kart's always good. I don't know. It says best esports here, but I guess it's best esports player, and it's Nadeshot Matthew Haag. Best sports or racing game, Mario Kart 8. There you go. That's why they won the Developer of the Year. Best remaster of the year, which is a weird category to have, GTA 5. I haven't played it, but man, that first person stuff looks pretty good in that game. I almost thought that GTA 5 was a first person shooter all the time, or it's not even a shooter, I guess. It still controls like GTA, so there's still that. Best shooter though, Far Cry 4. No problem there. It's Far Cry 3 but updated. I'm all good with that. Best narrative, Valiant Hearts. It's an RPG. I don't play RPGs. I'm good with that. Best arcade game, best action game, Shadow of Mordor. Yeah, sure. I haven't played it, but I'm sure that new system in there is pretty cool. It's original, and I'm all right with that. And best indie game, Shovel Knight, looks awesome. I think I played that at some trade show somewhere, but I never really dug into that either. But there you go. That was the Game Awards, and JD Sports 12 says that I look like his dad. Yeah. All right. So David Jaffe I guess he didn't launch the PSX this weekend. He ended it. And I'm going to bring it up first because it was pretty mediocre. You know, it's David Jaffe. He made a lot of stuff up until now that's been pretty good, like Twisted Metal. Twisted Metal was pretty alright. But no. Everything after that, I'm trying to think. What else did he do that was really good? I guess there's Twisted Metal. But Drawn to Death, they were pretty adamant that it was just like pre-alpha. Hey, be sure pre-alpha. All the stuff had the little pre-alpha watermark at the bottom there. And it's like this boy's drawing in his notebook, and then it comes alive, and then they're all shooting each other in a third-person shooter thing. And it looks pretty... Like the graphics don't look great at all. It looks like it's from the notebook, but I guess like the textures, like there's all the lining from the textbook and all that stuff in there. It just doesn't look nice, and it's all white and stuff. I don't know. I don't know how they can change that to make it any better, but I don't know. I probably won't play that. It's like Twisted Metal, but with people. No, it's not like that, but it looked I don't know. Uncharted 4. They played 50 minutes of it. The best part of the demo was when he fell through the world. I think that's what everybody's saying about that, really. And, it happened. And I wouldn't be surprised if he could do the same thing in the full version when it comes out. Because he just kind of fell off the cliff. And it doesn't look like there's much down there except nothing. So I wouldn't be surprised if that happens more than not, to be honest, in the full game. Don't fall down the cliff. But he fell down at a weird place that there was literally nothing underneath him. It just looked weird when he fell off because the camera couldn't catch up. It's like, oh, well, he's gone. All right. I talked about this earlier. Suikoden 2 is out on the PS3 and the Vita. So you can get that one. That sweet PS1 JRPG. Yakuza 5 is out as well, I think. Or if it's not out, it's out next year. But Yakuza Zombies, which is Yakuza... What's it called? Oh man, I forget. But it's a zombies game. You can get it on the PS Network right now. I think it's on the PS3. I don't think it's PS4. PS3 though. So Shovel Knight is coming to the PlayStation, and it's gonna have Kratos in it. Woo! I don't know, but hey, Shovel Knight looks alright, and that might be the way I play it when it comes out, whenever that is. They also announced a little game called Killstrain. They didn't show anything though, but it's going to be a free-to-play multiplayer game for the PS4. It's a top-down, like I guess it's going to be dual-stick shooter, but if it's top-down, I guess it has to be a dual-stick. But or I guess it could be something else where you not. But hey, whatever it is. And they said it was 5 versus 2 versus 5. So I guess the team with 2 players has an advantage of some sort. And it was playable at the show floor this weekend, but I haven't really read up all that much about it since then. So I don't know. We'll see what that game really is because I have no idea. What Remains of Edith Finch was revealed as well. That's the next game from the dudes at Unfinished Swan, or the dudes that made Unfinished Swan. That was pretty alright, that game. I really liked that one. So you shot ink blots everywhere, and then to reveal the world, because it was all white. Like if you just stood there, it was all white. It was a cool game. I like that one. Alright, so that looks interesting. And then Tacoma was like another game at the very beginning that they showed off, and I don't know if I even wrote it down here. There's so much news that I just wrote down all the stuff that I found important, I guess, or all the stuff that I was like, oh, that's insane, because there was so much stuff. It was an unreal. So the PSX was, if you looked at the schedule, the keynote was supposed to last an hour and a half. It started about 5 or 10 minutes late, and it went on for 3 hours. Just like the Game Awards, they were both 3 hours, and the Game Awards had ads up the butt, right up there. God, there's so many ads, but hey, I guess it's all right watching gaming ads overall compared to Spike TV ads. I don't know really like ads. I'm so accustomed to it, but Tacoma looked pretty good. It was like a space thing where you traveled and you were like on the moon. You were like a little white blob. It looked interesting. I don't really know much about it, but that was from somebody else that made a sick PSN game not too long ago. I forget. But yeah, that's why I got reminded. Unfinished Swan. What Remains of Edith Finch. They didn't really show that much about that one either. Grim Fandango Remastered got redated as January 27th, and it's coming to the PS4, Vita, PC, Mac, and Linux. Yep. And Day of the Tentacle will get a similar treatment very shortly. So that was some news there from Double Fine. Fat Princess Adventures, cool little game coming to the PS4. I'm assuming it's going to be a little downloadable game. And it kind of looks like Castle Crashers, imagine that, but like in a 3D world where you can travel everywhere. Well, not everywhere. You have a little path, but it looks 3D. Or, it's all polygons. It looks like the first Fat Princess, kind of. Like the art style is not exactly the same. It's interesting. Go check it out. This is something that I'll post on the website, megascorcher.com. Go to episode number 186, and it'll be in the show notes. And all that stuff will be there. Final Fantasy VII, that was probably the thing that was the most ridiculous about it. Because, okay, they had this Japanese guy coming in to Las Vegas. But I guess Japanese guys don't mind coming to Las Vegas, so it's not that bad. But go to Las Vegas, come in here, straight up, okay? He's from Square Enix. He's not like some dude from like Europe or the States representing Square Enix. He's from the Square Enix in Japan, and he comes over, okay? And then he's like, Final Fantasy VII, and it's just the PC port for the PS4. So it's like the slightly updated game that came out on the Steam or on the PC on Steam, and it's just weird. Like, so. The first 2 seconds that I saw the footage of the PS1 game, I was like, and then I was like, oh man, it's just gonna keep going with the PS1. I wasn't surprised after the first 2 seconds. I was just like, damn, they teased us so hard on that one, so hard. And then they showed off a little thing for the 20th anniversary of the PS1, or the PlayStation overall, I guess, as a brand. And it was Little Big Planet 3 doing all the stuff from the other games in the past, which is really sweet. So I'll post that in the show notes too. It's really cool. And Street Fighter V got revealed slightly before the keynote. And then here's some sweet news if you haven't read up about Street Fighter V, okay, before we get on to what actually happened, okay? So, the leak happened before all this. Okay, so we know about it. It's going to happen. They kind of teased it throughout the whole thing. And then it's like, okay, it's going to happen. Here you go. Street Fighter V. Same footage that came out. And then 2 seconds later, they're like, okay, well, we got gameplay footage. Well, they weren't actually going to show that game footage at the PlayStation Experience because they were going to do that little tease. but it got revealed. So Advance, and then they did that whole thing with the gameplay. It looks like Street Fighter 4, so I don't know. And Street Fighter 4 Ultra is coming to the PS4 as well, early in the year, next year. And yeah, it's strange. That whole, well, I don't know if it's strange. I'll probably end up getting it, to be honest, because it's Ultra Street Fighter 4, which I've never had, so I might actually get that on PS4. But Street Fighter 5 looks pretty awesome. It just looks a lot like 4, that's all. But it doesn't look like there's focus attacks. I didn't see any of that stuff in there, so that's good. That's the number one thing that I wanted gone from that whole stuff, is just the focus attacks. Be gone out of my life. Jesus. I'm alright with any other system that they implement. Even parries. Parries are hard. Well, they're not really hard. You just have to really time them. And you just have to know what's coming at you. Oh, it is kind of hard, but man, once you play and you just get used to it. But whatever they do implement, I'm alright with. It looked like you could hit people on the ground. I don't know what do you really call that? There's a name. I'm pretty sure it's like a Japanese name, but like Tekken, where you could hit people like one frame on the ground, boop, and then they get back up. Looked like you could do that. So then. Actually, so that gameplay footage that they showed at the PlayStation keynote was supposed to be next week at the Capcom Pro Sport, I think is what the event is called. And it's an esport. I don't know if you've heard about esports, but, they don't really like to be called that, though. The fighting game community it's very sensitive. Don't call them esports, because we're not esports. I don't really care what you really call everything. It's just, you're playing video games. All right. Professionally. So that was supposed to have the gameplay footage, and then they're going to have a straight up, we're going to bring a demo build of this thing, and we're going to play it in front of you guys. So they're actually going to play it and get down and dirty with it, which, hey, that's pretty cool. That's a little bonus of that leak happening, which I don't know, I guess somebody emailed it a little bit too far in the chain, and then it just went everywhere. That's what happens. Human beings, that's what happens. So that was the news that came out of the weekend. So let's just go on to some stuff that happened a little bit after and a little bit before. So Elder Scrolls Online, do you remember that? It's on the PC. So it was supposed to be coming to the consoles, and hey, it might still be. They showed off one new screenshot. I didn't even bother getting it and putting it on the show, because I'm just like, one screenshot, whatever. It's Elder Scrolls Online. You know what it looks like. Resogun is coming to the PS4 and the Vita. So PS4, yeah, sure, why not? Resogun was alright, but the Vita, that could be a cool Vita game. I hope it's cross-buy. That'd be amazing, because then I would totally get it for free, but it's probably not when they do that stuff. Well, there is some games that did come out later that totally had cross-buy, but I wouldn't hold my breath on that. Far Cry 4 on the PC has a badass feature. It actually detects if you're playing with an Xbox controller or a PS4 controller. So it actually maps out with the correct button inputs, and it tells you if it's R1 or RB or circle or B, or options or whatever it's called on the Xbox now. Is it still called start? I don't know what those buttons are all called anymore, because they all changed the names, and it's pretty stupid. But whatever, I guess you could call those buttons whatever you want. Share makes sense, I suppose, because you click on it and you share stuff. Or you can take a screenshot and never share it, or a video and never share it, if that's what you want to do. CD Projekt Red has delayed The Witcher 3 from February to May 19th, 2015. I think this is the second time they delay it. Second time? Yeah. So, hey, whatever. I bet that they won't make that same mistake again, because on May 19th, I bet that they'll just release that game in whatever condition it's in, even if it's broken, and then just be like, okay, we'll fix it. Because The Witcher 2 did not really release unbroken. I would not call that game unbroken. It was totally broken. All right, Ralph Baer, he passed away at the age of 92 over the last week. He was responsible for the Odyssey, the Magnavox Odyssey. So yeah, he's pretty much responsible for the whole console gaming scene, and even playing any type of video game at home. Even the PS Vita, I would say, is pretty much influenced by all that stuff. So And he was still kicking around last year and doing a bunch of stuff, and he was always tinkering around with electronics, which you can't, like, you can still tinker around with electronics, but when he started doing that stuff back in the day, it's totally different, man. Those circuit boards and all that stuff, like, it is totally different. You could, like, I remember, I don't know if anybody watched that Sunny show, but Kelso totally just went into a Pong machine and to make the paddles smaller. And I don't know what kind of board that is, but I think that stuff wasn't that bad that back in the day. Like I bet you could break it pretty easy, but if you knew kind of what you were doing, I bet you could do some awesome stuff back then with gaming machines. But hey, it's not like it is today. It's like if you want to play online, you touch that machine, we ban you from the online. So yeah, the culture's different with that stuff, I guess. But hey. So we talk a lot about China lately. I think this is like the third or fourth week in a row that we talk about China. So Shonda Games has announced over the last week that Borderlands Online is coming next year. So this is a free-to-play little thing. They showed off new characters. I wish I got the screenshots to show you, but there's four new characters per Borderlands rules, I guess. There's always 4 characters, and it looks all right. I don't know if you've seen all the China stuff, but there's they have Call of Duty Online, which looks interesting as well. I would totally just play through a proxy just to play that. I heard that a lot of people from the North American coast get like a 400 ping, which is terrible. It's terrible to play a first-person shooter, but I would just try it just to see what it's like. Even Borderlands, I don't even like Borderlands, just to see what it's like, because it's all Japanese. It's weird. It's weird. All right. Microsoft will publish Rise of the Tomb Raider. And I guess they're getting more involved with that game, which is, I guess it's the next big Tomb Raider. So, yeah, there you go. I thought we already knew that, but I guess this is another Tomb Raider. I guess, here's the thing. The last Tomb Raider, they were heavily involved with the advertisement, but I guess they're publishing the next one, which is locking it up exclusively forever? I don't know. I don't remember how that deal works out exactly. It was some weird business. So I'm going to take some calls a little bit. Wild Matt, M-A-T-T, all one word, if you want to call in through Skype. And then if not, that's all right too, because I'll wrap up the show. There's a lot of news this week. I'm surprised I wrapped it up in 40 minutes. Craziness. But yeah, it's not going to happen for another little while, so enjoy little news that you can, and then it's all going to be Game of the Year stuff on every website that you go to. So that's going to be some fun stuff. I'm not kidding, and I don't think we'll do anything, but we might do a show here and there. But the way that the Wednesdays fall this year, it's the 24th of December and the 31st of December. I don't think I'll do podcasts on those days. So I don't know. I next week for sure. And then I'll talk about that coming up in a few weeks there. But I don't know. There you have it. That's the show. I'm going to wrap it up and just head out. And then maybe take callers on the after show if you want to call in. But if not, that's cool too. So, yeah. See ya. I should have totally played that music before I left. And I'm going to stall a little bit. Totally stall. Huh? Like, hey, how was your day? It's alright. It's alright. Isn't that what you say to everybody almost all the time? Yep. Yep. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Alright. Bye-bye. Oops, wrong thing.